Oh, everyone. I'll be right back.
Hey guys.
RoboVex.
Sorry I'm late.
No, you just walked in exactly on time. Unless you think we're running on military time, and if you're 5 minutes, if you're on time.
I like to be early.
Also, keep talking, because you sound like a robot. You're not a robot, are you? Did Darren get to you?
Well, now I can't hear.
Give me a second. You know my mic has to warm up all weird like.
Did you swap microphones?
Yes, I was just putting my headset on.
Good lord.
Is it any better yet? Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, you sound like a human again. I'll be right back. I gotta go grab my tea.
All right.
The starting
So how's
color.
everyone doing?
Good. How about you? Busy school, man?
Yeah. Oh, so who are we missing, Darren?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's right. He asked me to record just in case. Or he asked someone to, and I said I would. Can y'all hear me okay, or am I really bad?
No,
you're
fine.
okay.
Okay, I have red bars.
Oh, yeah. It's just Discord. It does that all the time. Goes up and down.
So how is everyone?
Alive. Barely.
I just finished coloring my hair. While I was
What
doing
color?
it, it's a dark mahogany red, so brownish red. Before it was a reddish brown.
Nice.
So it's redder and a little darker. While I was doing that, my 4-year-old kept coming into my bathroom. Wow, Mommy, your hair is really pretty. It's lovely. And I'm like standing there with my hair and all this goop half done, things sticking out all over the place.
It's a typical guy reaction. You look beautiful, honey. Is he a boy? I guess I should ask that question.
Yes, he's a boy.
Yeah, that doesn't have Dad's fingerprints on it at all. I can't see your dad go into him like, all right, listen, Charlie, you go in there. Yeah, tell your mom she looks beautiful.
Oh, no. He's coming
Like
in to report every time Daddy says a bad word playing his game.
Oh, so he's trying to get paid
really?
for both sides.
He comes, Mommy, Daddy said a bad word. Okay, thank you, James. He said, God damn it.
And now you said a bad word, James.
Yes, I know, but he doesn't understand that.
My niece one time was saying something about bad words in school, and she said the S word. I was like, what's the S word?
Is it stupid?
Yeah. I was like, oh, really? Stupid's a bad word?
Yep.
I better be careful.
I mean,
We get in trouble for that one all the time in our house. James goes, Mom, you said stupid. Stupid's a bad word.
Yeah, and idiot was on the I word. I'm like, geez, I thought there was only 3 letter words that we had to worry about, but no, I guess there's a...
When I was running the after school, we also had a thing against shut up.
Yep, that too.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
I had a thing against crap.
Wow.
Well, because here's the thing, is that a lot of parents aren't teaching their kids what is and isn't respectful. So the
Right.
teachers have to just outlaw these words outright. You can't say that thing is stupid, because none of the kids are allowed to say stupid, because a lot of them don't realize you're not supposed to call adults stupid.
Yes. I've had to correct my niece on calling me fat a time or two, because once you say it, then they're like, "Oh, this is fun," and then like every time I see her, she's like, "Hey, fatty, what's going on?" Not really, but she'll always say like, "Is that because you're so fat?" I was like, "Okay, let's take it easy."
Is this the Kung Fu D?
Yep, that's the one.
So you're gonna have to go and put her in a headlock just once while you completely outweigh her, so that she knows she can't just call you fat and then say,
Yeah.
What? You can't be fat, so.
I'm just gonna have to take her to the ground and lay on top of her so she can't move like a dog until she gives.
Good lord.
How to prove you're not fat? Be a fat.
Sit on somebody. Yeah, that'll do it.
"This is still fat to you?"
Yeah.
Precisely my point. All right. I know Darren said that he'd be a little bit late today. He had an issue to take care of, so I know he'll be joining us when he can.
Yeah, just let me know when to start recording, and I'll get that going.
Okay.
It needs
So
like
yeah,
3
we are
seconds.
6 minutes over. Do we want to just start and let him catch up?
Yep.
Yeah. He has what could be determined as a family emergency, so I know he's going to try to make it, but I also know he's not going to try to hurry.
Okay.
He said
I
he was
didn't.
attending a wake. I mean, he said it in chat.
I didn't read that.
It's
Okay.
like friend of a family or something.
More or less. So yeah, I wouldn't expect him to be like, "All right, look, I know like your mom's dead and shit, but I gotta go play D&D, so
Yeah. Can we
Put it in
wrap
the
this
ground
up?
and say some words, all right? Let's go.
Remember Dave Chappelle? He had the wrap it up sign. Do you remember that skit?
oh yeah, hell yeah. You had to wrap it up box, yes.
Oh god, I remember that too.
Yeah, that was actually really funny. Fuck you,
was
Mike. Now I'm off topic.
Man, that was a great show.
Now we're off topic again. But yeah, I watched all of Dave Chappelle. He was great.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Dungeons and Dragons fans of all ages, welcome back to week 13 of...
Not quite.
Well,
Not
yeah, I
quite
did the wrong
13.
week anyway, and I also forgot what the game was called, so just pretend that I said that and it sounded off.
Alright.
It's week 13, guys.
Great as usual. So, are we live? Recording?
Give it 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
You good?
Alright. So, welcome on this into session 9, everybody, not 13. So, we pick up where the party left off in a rather precarious situation. Now, they had temporarily bypassed the kobold nest and stumbled right onto the doorstep of a goblinoid tribe. The culprits that trapped the caltrop hallway got away and brought up an alarm of resounding drum beats and banging shields in the distance. Even this path sounds to be thick with the threat of combat. Now, Psychor, since he rolled so high on a history check about goblinoids, I will reveal a second handout to the party.
I think goblins are part of my, fucking hated enemy.
I know you took giants. Oh, you took humanoids because
I took
if you follow
humanoid.
them.
Right, but you can do giants in like level 9 or 6 or whatever you get the upgrade for it. Then you can pick like giants and dragons and all that.
Huh. Oh, okay. I think I understand.
I think basically what Mike's saying is he realized, like, gee, if I pick giants as my favorite enemy at level 1, then I'm not going to have a favorite enemy till like level 2.
No, it actually says that in the next one or whatever, you can do dragons and fae or something. I don't know. The other ones that aren't mentioned in the verse.
Okay. So you're gonna have to take giants later. I thought you took humanoids instead, though.
Yeah, but I took humanoids, but goblins fall under humanoids.
Right. Okay.
Right, so in
They
the
used
next
to split
one-
it up.
Yeah.
To be fair, a lot of things fall under humanoid.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why I'm a little surprised at it, but
It's one of those things where it's like early on they're giving you a large range to work with, so that because it's always front loaded like that, and
Right.
then you start to get more specific as you go down.
All right.
Just to give it as if it has 2 legs, I can kill it.
Basically. So in the distance, the party did hear larger voices shouting amongst all that rabble. Mostly it sounds like it's just little goblinoids, but not all of them. So around this time, Psychor might tell the party that he knows of something a little bit worse. So that would be hobgoblins. They are larger, stronger, and smarter, as well as more menacing than all of the goblinoids, rivaled only in strength by the bugbears. So they are, of course, considered evil, and will often meet that expectation gladfully, found in communities where they are not in command by either goblins or bugbears, but sometimes both. The most civilized, quote-unquote, but only largely due to their industrious nature, where they act as the ruling hobgoblin war chief, usually the one who's strongest. Important thing to note is they have a long tradition of mastering and breeding other creatures of the world into various sorts. Different functions, like wargs, that the goblins will ride. It's kind of like a companion of a sort, but not quite.
Like Sir
So-
Squeakers?
I think Psycho would probably just give you a look on that one.
I'd like to see you ride Sir Squeakers. That would be
I don't-
funny.
I don't think they
mean,
do mice.
I am pretty small.
You can ride a mastiff.
Yeah, you could ride a dog, but not a mouse.
I'm like Sir Didymus in the Labyrinth. I could ride what's his face? Ambrosius?
You could ride what now?
Oh, you guys missed that reference. Don't worry about it.
I didn't miss it. I didn't watch enough of that goddamn show in order to get to anything that you can ride. But
I actually literally missed it. I feel bad.
what was the one with the horse that died in the mud?
Excuse
No.
me, the never-ending
No.
story? Are you fucking
Yeah.
kidding me? What's
No,
wrong?
no.
Mike?
No, I said the Labyrinth with David.
understand. I know. I understand that they're two different movies. I tried to watch Labyrinth and I couldn't get through it. I could get through the Never-Ending Story, which I still stand by is about child molestation.
Probably,
You mean
but
it's not?
I was about to say.
You mean it's
Anyway.
not about molestation?
No, I think it definitely is.
All right,
Sorry,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead,
have to
Ben.
cut it off there because I have no
Apple
context. And yeah, so hobgoblins are immensely protective of their tribe's reputation and military status, so much that even meetings amongst different groups of the same species often turn violent if proper protocol is not followed. So they are territorial, egotistical, and will wage campaigns against non-humanoids, or non-goblinoids, sorry. So they're the brains.
This doesn't sound like a simple eradication job.
Simple, no.
I thought we were supposed to kill kobolds.
We are, Greta. However, I doubt these goblins will help us.
Okay, so why don't we turn around and go take out the kobolds? We heard them back there, didn't we?
Did we? I thought that was a dead end. Sickening.
No, we
to
heard
recall.
a lot.
Yeah, I heard them yip yapping.
Yeah, and they put the
A while
poop above
back.
our door.
Yeah, over back to the first poop room.
Well, what do you say, gentlemen? Lady? We make our way back to the kobolds. We conspicuously allow the goblins to follow. and while we're killing the kobolds, we can let both our enemies eradicate each other, and hopefully thin the goblin herd somewhat.
But what if the goblin herd is working with the kobold?
It seems unlikely, and I suppose I hope that isn't the case.
I mean, I doubt
Is
if they
there
were
any way for us-
eating the goblins.
Can we ask Sir Squeakers?
Sure.
How would he?
I would like to project the idea of a kobold and a goblin standing next to each other. Just these two creatures. Two Sir Squeakers.
Okay.
Trying to get a sense of if he would react to them as being hostile towards each other or friendly.
He seems apprehensive towards both, but you can't quite tell what that would mean in that context.
Well, he doesn't like either of them.
No.
And who's the greater enemy to both? Is it each other or is it us?
He is a mouse?
No, to the goblin and kobolds, not to the.
Oh, which is he more afraid of?
No, which is worse to the other party. I'm not talking about the mouse at all.
Oh.
Who's the
I
bigger
guess the
jerk,
goblin-
kobolds or goblins?
And
Right.
then, okay, so who are they going to attack who are the goblins going to attack if they see us attacking kobolds?
I mean, I'm sure they'll keep attack. I'm sure they'll be happy to attack either us or them. Either one, I'm sure they'll be fine with.
So,
But which are they more prone to attack, us or the kobolds?
Probably,
Especially with a war leader, will they be ordered to?
right. So Psychor would probably jump in, or at least know this information. So goblins and kobolds, as well as dwarves, those three races are notorious enemies. They almost never get along. And when I say almost never, I think it's actually unheard of. So if they saw you attacking kobolds, they would probably bide their time and wait for you to kill each other, because that works for them.
yeah. Think of it this way, right? We found the entrance to the goblins area, and we found the entrance to what we presume is the kobolds area back there. They both are set up in a defensive area, and I don't think any of them are going to leave. So,
Signy, why don't you give me a survival check with advantage?
okay. Nice.
12. Okay. So I can repeat some info that I revealed last time, so that it's a little bit more relevant today. So further back in the dungeon, you saw a lot of tracks, a lot of activities, specifically around this hallway. Is it shift ping or control ping? It's shift, okay. So, that hallway off the main chamber of the kobolds, and I do know that the left is now not revealed anymore, but you saw a lot of foot traffic where there was something of an evacuation. Lots and lots of tiny feet. You've been staring at the tracks for so long that you could probably tell the difference between goblins and kobolds. So, presumably, goblins have been going in here, and the kobolds have pushed them back.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a turf war going on here, and each one is holding their own area.
Okay, so I said I would kill the kobolds, but you guys want to go get the people, right? And they're in the goblin area, so we kill them all?
Yes, let's kill everyone.
Okay, let's
Hey,
go.
That makes a lot
We
of
need to
sense.
So in the background, Ulrich seems to be taking the initiative.
Yeah, you guys
So,
talk
wait.
too much. There's goblins. Let's kill them. End of story.
Well, but I wanted to kill kobolds.
We can kill everybody.
We can't kill everybody at the same time.
We'll kill the ones who are in front of us, and then we'll turn around and kill the other ones who are in front of us.
One by one.
Let's go.
So, Ulrich, as you start around the corner, you see dozens of blunted and broken arrows lie on the cracked cobblestone floor here. A few are protruding from 3 crudely sewn human-sized targets hung along the center of the southern wall. So this is where they do target practice, and you're standing down range.
Yeah, okay. I want to stealth if I can.
Now, a quick reminder is you did chase, I think you guys saw 2 of them, at the very least, who were just standing behind that half-stone wall you just passed through in the Caltrops Hall, so they do know you're coming.
Okay.
13? Okay.
Why don't we send the one with the shield up first?
We could do that.
Eric,
I
do you
can
have
do
an
it.
extra shield?
I'm pretty
I do not
small.
have
I bet I
a
can
shield.
fit behind the targets.
I have a shield, so I'll doff my shield, pick up my what do you call it, other weapon, and since these guys definitely know we're here, I will simply.
You cut off. It's simple.
I'm sorry. I will simply say.
Okay.
Simple.
Simp.
Simply.
Greta's
So,
like nodding, like like she has any idea what that means.
the northern third of this chamber is separated by another granulated half wall. And you see another camp of sorts lying just beyond that, complete with a fire ring, several small iron cookpots, and several goblins. All of them are looking at you with knives raised.
All
But
right, I did put the translation of what I said right there, Ben. So, and I said that in Goblinoid.
Oh, you said that in Goblinoid. Okay.
Okay, so making friends is probably not an option anymore.
In which case, you see 2 more heads pop up, and they all throw their knives at you. So everybody roll me initiative.
I'm surprised we didn't roll initiative at the beginning. Okay. Shot. With a... Not... Okay, doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, never mind. 22.
Goblins are fast.
That's why I hate goblins so much.
You can do it, Gil.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Give me just 1 minute. I'm sorry.
Hey, at least I wasted that natural 1 on initiative, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry it's taking a second for everything to load right now.
you're fine.
It's okay.
Alright, sorry about that. Okay. So I need to grab Psychor's initiative, but he's all the way in the back. Come on, damn it. Awfully slow today. It's not letting me roll his initiative.
Yeah, and I clicked on them, man.
Check and see if your little pen thing on the left is.
Oh, there it goes.
Mike, did you add your extra? For
Yes.
initiative?
I
Okay.
get 2, but that's already. Oh wait, no, I get another +2 because.
Because yeah, you add your wisdom or something.
Yeah, no, that's already done. I have. Master Navigate, Natural Explorer, so I have advantage on initiative rolls. I think.
Yes, you do.
Don't you have like Dread Ambusher that adds to initiative though?
Yeah, but I've got that already in there, I think. Oh, wait, no, that's agility.
I
Okay.
believe the whistle did work as an arcane focus, yes.
Is there a way, do you guys know, to change that initiative modifier?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I have +2 because of my wisdom.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and edit that real quick. You gotta go into the gear and find initiative on this page that looks like absolute shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't think there's a way to edit it in the gear area. There might be, but the way that I've been doing
I've
it.
done this before, but I'm not seeing it now.
Yeah, I see where it takes the single stats. You just got to remember to add it, Mike.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, you can remember stuff.
Actually, I didn't remember that. Somebody else did.
Yeah, okay.
But I was just laughing because when I said remember it, you said it like I said you could go and do 10 cart.
I don't see it.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
not a big deal.
The way to do it is you have to click on attributes and abilities, and then you find the one that says initiative formula, and then you can scroll all the way to the end of the script and add 2 to wisdom. Put the bracket in it.
All right. So I get initiative.
This is what I wanted.
or
Okay, I see it.
Advantage in 13. Right.
Initiative. Formula. Okay.
And then you would just scroll all the way to the end of the script, and then you can just do space +2, and then bracket wisdom if you want.
All right, I think I did it. Right.
Okay. So
roll it again.
I just rolled 6. I just rolled it separately.
We'll just do it one more time. I think he just changed.
Okay.
No, did it not save? God damn it.
No. So initiative with advantage. With the other roll, I got a 16, which is also +2 because of my wisdom.
Okay, now try it.
Pretty sure.
I should have done it. I'm just a dumbass. Yep, there it goes. Okay.
Wait, your dexterity is only like 14, Mike.
My dexterity is 14. Yeah, I'm a strength-based guy.
Okay.
So my initiative is 18.
Alrighty. You are in for 18. And I will resort that. And now for the several throwing knives that are going right for an Armigil.
My current AC is 18.
Actually, not throwing knives. That was the kobolds. These guys have bows, which is fun. So this is 5 shots with short bows. If they will fire.
Misfire.
Oof.
Did the 5th one go? Come on, damn it.
No, I only see 3.
There it goes. So that 24 and 19 do hit, I'm afraid.
All right.
You take 11 points of damage as 2 arrows do strike true and pierce your armor. That would take us to Ulrich, but they will, however, use their movement and bail out. They are goblins after all. So this guy. Oof. Okay. Yeah, so they all start piling through this doorway. Oh no.
Chicken.
Which doorway?
all the way here in the northern corner. Which would take us to Ulrich. And actually, they went so far with 30 feet. You hear the slam of a door, and that might break combat temporarily if you want to search this area.
I'm not searching it. I'm just going.
You're charging? Okay, so how much movement do you use?
I have 25 plus 5 for Dread Ambusher, so I'm up in the middle of the room.
Okay, and that's all your movement? Do you want to sprint?
No.
No, okay. Signy.
It's
They went
another
through-
3 foot wall.
They went through 2 doors?
Just the one door in the north.
That
Okay,
much.
so that's my movement. I'll lose my action. Can I get to this door and open it?
That door was left open because they went through in a panic.
Oh, okay.
So
I
yes,
see
you
through.
can.
Okay. So that's 10, 15. And then can I see a little bit further down the...
Yes, you can. It's been really laggy for me. I'm sorry about this.
It's usually... is this door open?
That door is closed, as a matter of fact. So is the other one.
Okay.
We're in a hallway.
15. So there's 20. Can I open this?
So yes, you can. All right. So you open the door to the northern room, and you see 3 more goblins who have been holed up in here. And they all have their bows trained on that door.
They do. Okay.
So 3 arrows come whizzing out at you, but they are penned in. These do not look like they're the same ones. Oof. And you have 15 AC, so you eat that 18 and that 24, so you take 13 points of damage as, again, 2 arrows do strike the center mass. Pretty nasty. And you sprinted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's your turn?
Yeah, I got I'll take another 5 feet and move right here, and then
Okay.
and yell down. It's like 3 in this room. Bows and arrows.
Alright. So that would take us to Psychor. And he always has very interesting turns. I know he has a thing for movement too, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to play him the same. So I do not really know this class very well. Come on, damn it. I think it's an ability that he uses. Okay, so Psychor is just going to try and catch up, kind of. And go right behind an Armagill, and he can't really do much. Even if he sprinted, he couldn't leave. So that's his turn. Greta, what do you do?
I would like to use my cunning action to dash, and then I still have my regular action.
Absolutely.
How does dashing work?
Dashing doubles your movement speed.
Oh, so I can go 50 instead of 25.
Yes, you can.
So I can get all the way up here. Ha.
Yep.
Okay, I want to get all the way up there. And I would like to cast Hideous Laughter.
I think sprint is an action, isn't it?
I
Keep it roll.
have
He's a rogue.
I have a cunning action, so yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I would like to get like that's 45 feet to here. I'd like to cast hideous laughter and just get a little further away.
Right. So who do you target?
Which one looks the dirtiest?
Probably the one in the center.
That is the one I would go for.
Okay. And that is a
Intelligence? Right?
wisdom. That is a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
What is your intelligence modifier, Vex?
2?
So that's 8, 10. That's 12 then,
14.
right?
Oh,
14?
yeah. No, you're right.
Oh, okay, 12.
And it does not seem very amused, unfortunately.
That's intelligence, by the way.
Oh, it was.
I don't
But-
know if that's a difference, but
Does it have a negative? Oh, he does. So he only hits 12, but that's still a pass, I'm afraid.
Dang. Okay.
But you skirt out of the doorway, I'm assuming?
Oh yes.
Right, okay. And is that your turn?
Yeah, I can't do much else.
Action, bonus movement.
Oh, there's 3 of them.
There is 3 of them.
No, I'm using my free action to tell them. There's 3 of them.
Oh.
Signe just looks at you and shakes her head.
She's like, guys, there's 3 in here. Waving
just
above my
arrow.
head.
Yeah, just arrows protruding. Don't even notice them.
I mean, look, I used my bonus action to get here. I can't hide, so.
Alright, so Samson.
I'm gonna use my dash action and go all the way up.
Okay. So you're just dashing to catch up to your friends?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. And is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Then Armigo, you're up.
All right. Oh, cool. It should be 30, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're good. Sorry, I was reading. So saving throws, what part about them, just real quick?
I just don't understand how you set what the minimum, what the threshold is.
Oh, okay. That's whatever your modifier, whatever your casting modifier is. In your case, it's intelligence. It's 8 plus your proficiency, which at this point is 2, plus your modifier is what your DC.
Yeah.
Unless you meant how you.
So
added
yours
to
would
the
be
spell.
wisdom or intelligence.
No, I understand. Like they have to do a roll with their wisdom and see if they can beat that number, and if they beat it, I get all that. I just don't understand how that threshold is set.
All right, you got it now, though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So it's always going to be 8 plus your proficiency plus your casting modifier.
And your proficiency goes up as you level. Your casting modifier, however, does not. That is intelligence, unless you take it on level up. So.
Right.
All right. So, Anarmigo, you moved right there, and you're throwing a javelin at the goblin.
I'm throwing at the one who didn't think that Greta's joke was funny. I said, perhaps you'll find this amusing.
Get the dirty
All
one.
However, with a 14, he sees it coming and ducks at the last second. Does not hit. But he does think that's funny.
Should have really used my talking action.
Alright.
I feel like we're gonna get here.
So, that takes us to the goblin's turn. Let's start with the 3 that are in the room. and just resolve that real quick. So what they can see is an Armigil, and they're each going to do a little shuffle to get a shot in and return fire. 1, 2, and 3. So one of them, you hear a loud snap as whatever junk they're using for a short bow breaks. So this guy no longer has a bow. Let's just do a little sign on him so that I remember. No ranged attack.
Did you say they were moving?
Yeah, they're each going to shuffle somewhere in the doorway to take a shot at an Armigil. And then they are going to duck around the corner themselves. Literally trying to get as far away as possible because they are cornered.
Missed me. Now you have to kiss the sword of Lathander.
So, the door on the west. You hear a lot of scuffling, as presumably the ones who had slipped away initially went into this room. You hear a lot more drums echoing in the distance, as somebody is making a run for it, all down here. Lots of alerts going up in Goblinoid, which I do believe an Armigil understands. You hear
I understand
lot
it too.
of voices. Oh, and Ulrich, okay. So basically, they're just raising the alarm. Just yelling out intruders. No passcode. And then this door is going to open again. That will reveal a bit that's in here. So you see some smashed cabinets, some crates, something mounted on the wall, but let's be honest, you're not really paying attention to what's in the room, you're paying attention to the people in the room. So you see at least 3 goblins. Oh, Greta's totally checking out. All this stuff.
Is always paying attention to the room.
Okay, so we're going to go over that in a little bit. Probably
Yeah,
once we're out
that's
of
fine.
initiative, though. So these 3 right here, I'm going to do them real quick. You see kind of that guy, but they're all going to sneak out another shot. So let's say there is a shot. There's 4 of them there. So a shot for everybody. Why not? This one's for Signy. This one's for an Armigil. This would be for Greta. And this would be for Samson. Okay. So an
Haha.
Armigil, you eat that 8 damage. And Signy, you eat another 8 damage. Then you see them run to the south, which should get them about right there-ish. And you see more of them in the back of this room start to come into vision. Like I said, there's a lot of little voices that are going down this hallway screaming their ass off. So these guys, it's another 4 of them in this room, are going to take their shots. So once again, 1 for everybody. Signy. And there we go. 21 for 7. Greta. Another snap. And Samson. That one does miss you by a mile.
Haha.
This guy no longer has a bow.
So appropriate that they missed
Same
the tiny
icon.
ones and hit the big guys.
Alright,
also
so they can only barely dip into this next room, but they are also going to start piling out. At this point, you can almost hear the bodies colliding with each other. They're stacking up, but they are running away. Alright, so that would take us to Ulrich.
Okay. I am going to dash to here. Wait, let me think about that for a
You
second.
don't have to dash. Get in this fight because I'm almost. Never mind.
Anarmika looks very pissed off and very bloodied.
But Gil, you kept me safe.
I'm going to hit this guy and the guy all the way up.
Alright, so you're throwing some axes. Roll for it. Oof. So the first one cracks against the far wall in a wild miss. The second one, however, does smack this guy square in the face. And you said it was the one in the center, right?
No, the one up on top.
Oh, the one up on top. Alright. So he eats 5 damage. And he staggers a lot. You see a spurt of blood go out. He's barely alive. Is that your turn?
I'm gonna duck back out here.
Okay. But that would end
Yeah,
it, correct?
That's it.
All right. So, Signy, you're up.
Okay, it's time to rage. Let's- And swing.
Oof. Okay. Describe how you killed this one.
I literally don't have any time for him, so hammer into face against this wall, and he's now decorating the room.
You smash him against the wall like a bug. You hear a loud crunch that resounds in this chamber, and he sticks to the wall. Is that your turn?
25, 30, and then I move here, and I'm looking at the bow and arrow guy. I'm like, I dare you to try and shoot something.
All right.
Hey, Signy, where's the second +4 from?
It's because I'm God, what is it called? Zealot. So
Okay.
And that was your turn, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So that would take us to Psychor. And he was all the way in the back. So I think he's got to use his movement. That would be 30. But there's still nobody inside. I really wish I knew whether or not this was him.
Does he have 25? Because he's a no.
Oh, he does have 25. Sorry. So even if he used his ability for 10, he still couldn't get anywhere. Okay, so that is his turn. He was just too far behind. All right, so Greta,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Okay. I would peek in here, right? So I can see what the hell's going on.
Right.
And we have this guy who's almost dead and this guy who's correct?
Yep.
Okay. I think that Signy's got the one that's almost dead. And the unarmed one is still the dirtiest one, so I will again cast Hideous Laughter.
Okay. So that was a wisdom check, DC 12. And he starts cracking up.
Wah! I don't have a great pun, but I really wish I did.
All right, so he falls prone, rolling on the floor, laughing. Is that your turn?
I would like to duck back out and use my bonus action to hide.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your hide. Samson, what are you doing?
Okay, so if I move to the spot just south of Greta, can I see?
You could probably see the one in the far corner, yes.
But can I see Signy?
Yes. I'm just working with diagonals here.
Okay, well then I'm going to give Gil a hearty slap on the ass.
Roll for
And,
slap punch.
Shout to Signy for that we just woke up. Don't die yet. And boom, that's my turn.
Okay, so in Armagil, you regain 12. Signy, you regain 10. Impressive.
Feeling good.
All right. So, in Armagil, you feel invigorated and slightly unnerved. What do you do?
I'm cool with it. I nod to him, and decide I'm going to rush in with my fancy new broadsword held high. And I'm going to chop the guy in front.
You get super.
All right, roll for it. You get advantage because that guy's prone. Actually, he's also incapacitated, isn't he?
I think just prone.
Prone,
think
becoming
that's what the
incapacitated
spell
and
does.
unable to stand up. No, okay. So this is an auto crit. Describe to me how you obliterate this poor guy.
So I just come in, put my shield back, eyes glowing with rage, and
All
then I
right.
look up at his friend.
This goblin looks like he's wetting himself. As a matter of fact, he probably is. There's a little bit of a puddle going on.
While laughing.
Oh no, he killed the one who was laughing.
Nice.
That's why he got crit. Completely obliterated. Okay, so this guy is going to... So he knows he's dead. There's literally no way out of here. He's still gonna do it.
Take him
They're-
captive.
Apparently,
Take him captive.
living up to their name of not trying to initiate a prolonged battle when the odds are not in his favor, he tries to disengage, but everybody's clogging the hallway. Still no chance. But he's going to take an attack of opportunity from Ulrich. If Ulrich takes it, he's trying to book it. A 12. That does miss. Okay. So he gets to about here, I think, right? Yes. I think that ate up all of his movement. Doing a weird little dodge all the way around everybody. So, yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Does he get an attack of opportunity from Signy too?
No, he disengaged.
Oh, okay.
Nimble escape. I clicked on it. Okay, so you hear Ulrich and Denarmigil. Everyone else just hear this really deep, booming voice that sounds very pissed off. You two, however, understand he's telling them, get back out there. So somebody is really mad at what's going on. Everyone, you kind of hear this sharp whiplash sound of a whip on stone. And you start to see the goblins emerge again through the door. So 3 of them make it through. And actually, this guy doesn't have a bow. So he decides to go back. Another one comes back out, though. But, alright, so let's just make it 4. Another guy comes crawling out. And that would still be a shot. Oh well. 2 for Ulrich. That 18 for 6 should hit. Unfortunately, that one's for Greta. 17 for 6. Samson.
Oh, that one hits.
Another miss. Lucky. So you hear a lot of little voices really pleading that they don't want to go back there. So that is the goblin's turn. Which would take us to Ulrich.
Okay.
Hail of Thorns. Is that where you're moving to do that?
Now, Hill of Thorns is a range one.
I'm moving here, and I'm hitting this middle guy right here.
Okay. So, before you get that off, give me a perception check unfortunately at disadvantage because we're in combat. This would kind of be passive, but I'm not going to use your passive. I want you to roll. Because you wouldn't pass otherwise. A 7, okay. So give me a dexterity saving throw. A 12, okay.
I'm rolling shit tonight.
Yeah, so it's about this time where you step there, you're geared up, you're ready to cast this. It is on the tip of your tongue, but you start to feel the ground beneath you give way. You give it a leap and try to go back, but it's too late. And about now you're understanding why the goblins stopped here. So, this is another pitfall. You drop down just another 10 feet, luckily. So that would be 3 falling damage. You are all the way down in the bottom. This one is not spiked, but there's a lot of trash and a couple dead bodies down here. It looks like goblinoids. So, you didn't burn your spell,
Okay.
but you're down in the trap.
Okay. So all the guys who ran down the hall, they didn't hit that?
No. They knew it was there. Okay, so the trap door is in the center of this square, and there's supposed to be, although not very illustrated by this icon, a 2-foot wide catwalk that they use for safe passage on either side of the corridor.
So, like, up by the wall?
Yes, kind of hugging the wall. Let me go ahead and do this. It just makes it look funky if I do that. There's drawing.
Okay.
About like that. Yep.
So I'm not on that, though.
You are not hugging the wall. You on that square. You did not know it was there. Yes.
Okay, so using a turn won't get me out of here.
You could use the rest of your movement to crawl back up, but
right.
you're either going to
Okay.
be back here or back here. Either front or back, sorry. Just realized I probably shouldn't ping with this slow of internet.
So I'm going to be right here?
If you crawl back towards the party, yes.
I think I'm going to actually stay down here for this turn.
And not cast the spell?
Right.
Okay.
Because if I have to use an action to get out, then I can't cast the spell. Right?
You also can't cast a spell if you're down there and you can't see it.
Or, sorry, I can use a bonus action to cast a spell, but I can't attack.
Right.
But you probably have to go to see whatever you're using your bonus action on, though.
Right.
Okay.
So
he's
if
down
I
in the-
climbed out,
no line
I
of
couldn't.
sight. It would
if I
take your
climb-
movement to climb, not your action, and you only moved like 10 feet.
So you
Okay.
can climb up.
You are
Oh,
allowed
okay.
to climb up. Totally fine.
Okay. All right. So yes, then that's what I do.
Okay. And then you use your spell, correct?
Then I use my spell, and I hit.
Alright. So let's go ahead and resolve that. It does hit. I'm not sure if it needs... It does. Okay. So, sprouts from your weapon or ammo.
Yeah, you can roll damage for your hand axe too, because
Yeah.
it's technically a weapon.
That's
attack.
the 3.
I think the 3 is the spell
three
damage.
was...
I
Three
believe
is a hand
3
axe. The
3
9
the
is
hand
the
axe.
extra damage.
No, wait.
It's the other way around.
Okay.
So yes,
Alright.
the 9 is your hand axe. I'm not sure why that's on the saving throw.
I probably
It's-
fucked it up.
It's flipped. Yeah. Okay. So he needs to make a dex save for 3 damage. But he eats 9. He
And everybody
passes-
within 5 feet of him has to also make the save.
Okay. So these other 3 gotta do that. 1, 2, and 3. Unfortunately, everybody
Jesus
passes.
Christ.
But that guy in the center eats your hand axe straight to the face and falls back dead, slamming
Okay.
into the other one.
And so the ones who failed the save, they still have to take half damage.
They pass the saving throw, but they do take half damage. Unfortunately, that was of 3, so they take 2.
Yep. And I have to get off roll 20.
Okay.
Alright,
I'll be back on Discord.
So high.
Yeah, maybe Ben can roll better for me.
You'll be a hero again. It's fine. So you're still going to be in the call, right? Or do I have to take the wheel?
I will be in like a couple of minutes.
Okay, gotcha. So that takes us to Signy.
It's
Do it, Signy. You know you want to.
yeah. Let's go over here. Man, it'd be super awesome if I just Sparta kicked him into the pit, but I'm afraid he won't die.
You
get
can
me
shove.
dead.
It's a contested athletics.
I'm just afraid he won't die though.
It's a 1d6.
But hey, you have advantage on this big check.
No, yeah, I'm not afraid of he's gonna get pushed into the pit. It's just I don't know if he'll die when he falls into the.
Okay, but you could push him or you could kick him, and a kick is a melee attack, isn't it?
No, it's semantics. He wants to push.
Yeah.
Yeah, but unless
But-
you have the damage and the movement.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Fuck it, dude. I just want to have fun. Yeah, I want to push his ass into the pit.
Okay. Make
Well, you already
your
know it's already
athletics
going
check.
Reese.
All right, so I get advantage on the athletics check. So.
Yes, you do.
If he didn't, Sai absolutely would.
A 24. Okay. They do get to make an acrobatics, but there's no way in health. No, okay. So you come up behind and you give him a Sparta kick in the ass. And he falls down. Going to get rid of those so that I can click. And he takes 1d6 falling damage. There is just a split second of silence, and then the sound of a crunch. A yelp, and then silence. He's dead.
Hey! Yes!
Is that your turn?
Fulfilled. Yeah, I'm gonna move back into the room because I don't want to take a hail of arrows.
Alright. So that would take us to Psychor. And he can finally pop in, do something, and pop back like he usually does. But what does he use to attack?
He usually does. Was it Mind Thrust?
Yeah, I think so. It's his psionic thrust, if I can get it to go. Let's see here. Mind thrust. There we go. Ooh, a good damage roll for once. Okay, so that is an intelligence check, which they are not good at. Rolls a 2, fails miserably, and I'm just going to assume he targets the very first one. Why not? So you hear a shriek, and then this guy just falls over for no apparent reason at all. Psycho, however, looks very pleased with himself and goes back in. And that is his turn. So, Greta, what are you doing?
Okay, there's 2 I can see.
Yes, there is.
I guess I would use my bow and shoot the dirtier one.
Okay.
I don't really. I guess this one.
All right. The one in the very back. Roll for it.
And the other 2 are, so okay.
$22 for 8. Okay, so describe how you kill him.
I take my arrow and I shoot it at him, and it goes into his eyeball and makes his brains explode inside his head. And then she cheers, and then she ducks into this room with Signy and hides.
All right, a perfect headshot, and down he goes. Is that your turn?
After I hide, yes.
After you hide. Okay, so Samson, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move up over sort of by Yurik and then just kind of make fun of the one that's left alive that I can see. If I can get roll 20 to let me move.
Okay.
You can't attack us without running away. Why are you so afraid, or something like that? I don't know.
You let
Yeah, I'm
Greta
just
kill
happy you
you.
rolled above 1.
Nice. You got him.
Apparently, he takes it a little bit to heart about you calling him a coward. He flips you off, but he does seem perturbed.
You're yellow. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Anarmigo.
So I'm going to come out and say in my best goblinoid, Don Kondra, Shokan Ak Or Taklan Krul,
Very
which just
articulate.
means they're dead. Come on out. It's safe.
Is that Klingon?
No, that's goblinoid, supposedly.
So you're moving out, you're yelling at him. Is that your turn?
No, I have enough space to get up and throw a javelin at him.
Right, okay, so you're throwing a javelin. Go ahead and roll for it.
Fuck me.
An 8. Yeah, you give it a wild throw and it whizzes by him. He doesn't seem too impressed. He is, however, shakily aiming at Samson
At disadvantage.
for calling him a coward. And yeah, it's a wild miss. You do, however, hear another whip crack, and 3 more goblins pop into the scene.
More yellow.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a shot for everybody. Ulrich, Samson, and Anarmigo.
They are
Alright,
very coordinated.
This is a 13. Samson a 15. And Anarmigo an 18 for. So, yes. Samson, you eat 4. Anarmigo, you eat 4. And they seem to like this spot. So this guy is going to stand in the doorway. These two are going to back up. Okay. And that is the goblin's turn. Which takes us to Ulrich, who has plenty of throwing axes.
Take him down, Ulrich. Take him down.
And he doesn't really need to move. Because it is an identical realm. Okay, so he's going to throw a couple axes. 17 and a 9. However, that 17 does hit, and he pelts the one in the doorway. And sends it blasted backwards. He staggers a lot with 6 damage, but he's still up by a thread, unfortunately. And there's no reason for him to not move out of the line of fire, or would he move further in? Okay, party call. Narmigal, doesn't look like you're gonna rush in with your sword.
Well, rushing is probably a bad idea since I got to keep my balance. So
Right.
I've been pretty beaten and battered by these guys. They get fucking accurate when it comes to me. But yeah, I'm going to go and move on in there. Second
Okay, so-
question.
You're pressing the advantage.
Yeah, second question. And I'm just going to go ahead and take the 4 damage because I didn't actually say anything. But since I threw a javelin, it would make sense that I was actually carrying my shield at that point.
In which case you would have had an AC of 18 and checked it, correct?
Yeah. I mean,
You
I'll
can go
take it because
ahead.
I didn't specifically say it. I didn't really think of it until after it hit me. I was like, oh, wait. I threw a javelin, so I wasn't holding on to my...
Right. You did use your sword the last time, though. On your very last attack.
Right, but then I use my javelin, so I don't know. Like I said, I'll take the 4 damage because I didn't say it, and I can't claim that I intended to have it out.
All right. Okay, that's fine. Just remember for next time. So Ulrich is going to use his movement and close with the next one so that they can't run away, since it looks like that's what you're going for. So he shimmies along the side, and now that he knows it's there, makes it across just fine.
Would he put himself in a position where he's being flanked?
Well, they're both almost dead, and one has disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah.
I suppose he would have stopped here because it does the same thing, but it's fine. So, Signy, what do you do?
We're gonna go in.
All right.
We're just gonna swing at the weak one. That's the only one I can get to right now.
All right.
Did it click? Yep.
Yep. That is a 14, unfortunately. He sees it coming and he ducks just in time.
Rude.
Is that your turn?
That's all I can move.
All right. So this takes us to Psycho again, who's going to pop out. Mind Thrust. Mind Thrust. This is a cantrip. You can do this all fucking day. That's actually kind of cool. But that is an intelligence check. Intelligence. Which unfortunately it passes. So this time he pops out, gives a stare down, but there's no response. Disappointed, he retreats. Greta?
First I would mock Psychor for not doing anything, because she still does nothing. Be like, would you do something, old man? Then I would poke out, and I want to shoot that one with my bow.
Okay.
Can I do that around them? Is that
Yes, it's fine.
okay? Well, then that is what I would do.
Go ahead and roll for it. 13. Yeah. He sees it coming and checks it just in time with its shield. It does not take damage.
But do I get advantage on it because I was hiding?
You do. You rolled a 22, which is above their passive. Give me another roll. 15. Unfortunately, still checks it.
No.
Dang.
Still
Okay, well,
good thinking.
I will continue my pattern of ducking and hiding.
Okay. And that's your turn.
All I want to say is this is how TPKs happen. We roll like shit while he rolls godlike.
Sometimes it's just what the dice does, yeah. Samson, what are you doing?
Alright, well, I'm gonna roll for more slappage for Gil
Okay.
and say, get him, Tiger.
Thank you.
And that is my turn.
All right.
Run away, dude!
Well, I guess I'm gonna step out of his way, but that's the most movement I'm gonna.
Don't worry, Samson. Soon you'll get to use your sword.
No, I don't want to.
Oh, I thought you picked blade floors, didn't you?
That doesn't mean that I want to.
All right. So, Anarmagil, you regain 9 more hit points, and you feel oddly inspired. What do you do?
I take this inspiration and I'm gonna go and join my friends.
Okay.
This time with my great sword, so yeah, DC, whatever. AC 16. Forward. Oh, you know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna.
You have melded with Signy. A natural 1. Oof. So, You were very eager for this. You felt inspired and everything. You were geared up to go. You take a baseball swing. Your sword almost slipped from your fingertips.
I can still use that bardic inspiration to erase that swing again, right?
It just adds a d6.
A d6, right? Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
It's not
Even if I
actual
rolled a
inspiration.
Okay, so and then 6 would only make that 14 and 13, and that would be
Yep. So he does duck it in time, which takes us to their turn.
Oh wait,
all right.
do I still have enough free action to pull back out my shield after my embarrassing swing?
It is a bonus action to put on a shield, I believe. I don't know what it would be to swap weapons as well. I'm going to say that it's fine. Just remember that eats your bonus. You cannot occupy the same square. So where are you standing?
I'll stand right here.
Okay, so you took a swing and backed up, sure. So the goblins, 2 of them are engaged in melee. 2 of them are still far enough away. Do they care? No, they don't. Okay.
Is the one in the corner still alive?
Yes, he is, barely. 1 HP. This guy's gonna do this. Okay, so let's start left to right. The guy in the far corner is still fine. He's going to take a short bow shot. And this is going to be aimed at an Armigo because he showed up and he's kind of shiny. It's an 18 for 8. Wow. You really weren't kidding.
Alright, well, the good news is I pulled out my shield and my AC is 18.
Yeah, you're very lucky you did that. God damn it. Okay. And then...
These bastards have rolled max damage on me all fucking day.
Yeah, so 1 attack for Ulrich has disadvantage. Still, he rolled a double 18.
That's crazy.
The other guy, however, attacks at normal. And that is a 19. What the fuck is going on?
Okay, an Armigo pulls out several specimen cups and he's laying them out for the goblins.
Oh, yeah, you want to know what you're fighting. Apparently, these goblins are on something. They are armored, they're equipped, and they're really going at it. Apparently, somebody was very invested in getting them here, and they are performing up to standard. Ulrich takes 6 damage total. And then Sydney, this guy goes in for a swing at you. He's barely holding on, but he's got all his buddies there. So that's an 18 for 6. Damn. You are, however, raging, so 3 damage.
Mm-hmm.
You hear more tiny voices from beyond, but nobody comes in through the door. So, a bunch of unseen movement. And then that would take us to now. Okay, so Ulrich. It is Ulrich's turn. Ulrich, you're in the call, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so you closed in melee with a couple of them. I'm just going to assume that you want to take 2 swipes and probably finish off the 2 guys who are wounded, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's one to your right that is barely holding on, so you're going to take a swipe. That is a 21 for 9. You decapitate him in 1 swoop. That is all it took. So the one in the corner is now gone. The other guy that got hit and got mocked, gonna have a swipe going for him. A 10, however, you do miss. It is checked right off this little bastard's shield. And I think that's all you can do here, right? I think so. So that would take us to Signy.
Did Eric killed the one in front of me? Did he kill another one, or just the one?
Just the one.
We'll go. So I can get advantage.
Yes, you do. You are now flanking.
Yeah. What on earth?
Okay.
Five and
Very nimble. This guy ducks just in time. Is that your turn?
yeah, that's all I can do.
Good lord. Okay, so Psychor is going to pop out, hopefully. This is another failure. So again, Mind Thrust. The DC is... I just remembered the DC. This would speed it up for me. Alright, so I have to remember that the DC on this shit is 15. And I can quit clicking on it. Alright, so... That is a 10. It eats 3 damage. I would actually still have to roll the damage. And the one that Ulrich was swinging for, trying to finally take the second one off the board, goes down in a panic attack. So just as before, no physical sign. Psychor seems very pleased with himself in the background and ducks back in. There's now one less goblin. Greta, what are you doing? You did see Psychor pop up and a goblin popped down, if that says anything for you.
No, I'm more, okay, so I would fight the thing. She might get distracted, but I don't want to screw one over. So let's short bow somebody.
Okay. Roll for
Yeah,
it.
we're rolling a little too shitty to start RP and being goofy.
It's pretty clear that all your allies have taken a few cuts.
What is this fucking game?
A 12. It shoots just above this goblin's head. He's the luckiest goblin alive. Is that your turn?
Whoa. She was hiding.
I was hiding.
Roll that again.
You gotta start clicking with advantage.
I'm sorry. Oh, come on.
Click a little-
Oh my god!
It's
You're
still
fooling me fucking
misses.
kidding me.
Are you? You cannot expect me to roll good when it matters.
Oh, good
Let's-
lord. Alright.
I'm getting a little nervous about Psychor being by himself, so I'm gonna run over here.
Okay. And is that your turn?
Yes.
So go ahead and roll me that. A 20, you're good. Alright, Simpson, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and waddle on into the room and step on top of the newly dead.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to attack the one that is in the corner, but I'm going to use a slashing flourish. Which the slashing flourish just adds 1d6 to damage to everybody. Within 5 feet of me.
So it increases your allies' damage. Or is it just yours?
It's just mine. It increases the damage of the rapier attack.
You're using a slashing force? Okay, I thought. God damn. Okay. Now it's your weapon to deal damage. Okay. Alright, yeah. That's pretty cool. With a 13, though, it has its shield out. It checks it just in time.
So, Samson, reading that, the specific word on there says hits, so you don't lose one of your inspirations.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
cool.
After the fact, to the target you hit, you need to strike him first. That also means your allies don't benefit from the damage until you hit, though.
Okay, well, then after that, can I just waddle back like 5 feet?
You would take an attack of opportunity.
Never mind, Samson stays there.
You're kind of hemmed in, okay. So,
All right,
Nargagill.
I'll get you out of his predicaments.
Flanking, you have advantage.
This goblin.
It was all part of his.
Double ones at 22. No. Describe how you kill him.
He's finally dead. We took out the boss.
Yeah, exactly. So right as Samson figures out whether or not he can escape the thing, all of a sudden he sees this goblin fall in half on both sides. He is bisected.
I gotta go, guys.
Okay.
All right. And I use my bonus action to pull up my shield.
Okay.
Hey,
So that guy went down. There is one goblin left in the corner. And yes, this door is open. You can kind of see in. Alright, so now that takes us to their turn, I'm just going to say whoever's there kicks the door open. So that door is thoroughly swung open. You see more goblins in the corridor beyond. This goblin, since he's so trapped, is going to use his nimbleness to disengage.
Don't you dare, you son of a bitch!
Slip all the way out. And then these two in the doorway will take a slash at Samson. It's a
Come at me.
23 and a 16 for 3. Damn.
Ouch.
You eat 9 damage as 2 blades cut into you, and you are the only squishy target near the doorway as 2 archers start to line up and take shots. So that's 2 arrows for Samson. A 23 and a 16. Jesus Christ. Okay, so you took 9 damage initially, and then that 12. Ow.
That drops him right to 0.
No! Oh, no.
So Samson just barely dips unconscious. It's just
This
a
is
little
why I
much.
didn't want to use my.
Alright. So Samson, you are down. This guy disengaged, used 10 feet. He will move. He can move to there. This guy did not move. Samson is down. He can move his full movement. He moves there. They dip out into the shadows. So they book it. Samson is down. I wish I could ask if Ulrich would press the advantage. So again, party call. Anarmigil, does it look like you're going further?
Well, I know my next turn, I'm getting Samson up.
Okay, so Signy.
Yeah, I'd probably push it.
Okay.
I mean, we already know what Yorick would do because that's why we're here in the first place.
He's been going ahead this whole time. Why would he stop? Okay. So Ulrich is going to use his movement. He is kind of losing axes. How many has he thrown? I know I threw 2, but I know he threw some before that. So let's say...
He's thrown at least 4 total.
Okay, so
But
he's
I
thrown
know.
4. That means he only has the 2 that he's carrying. And he would have to break combat to get more, so he's stuck with melee as his only option. So he's going to move 15. Okay, so he can close. Alright. So he's going to move in here, and I will... What that entails to the party. As Ulrich yells something in Dwarvish and keeps pressing the advantage.
Oh my god.
Or what advantage there might have been until he the threshold and saw that there's still quite a few more.
This
So
doesn't bode well.
Does he
is
still
going
have
to
that
take
fancy
attacks.
spell?
Does he have a fancy spell?
Yeah, he still has
the
Hail of Thorns.
Because
It
it
would hit
hits
everybody.
everything within 5 feet. So if he hit that one with it,
But that would be a ranged attack.
so I
You
guess
can hit this. Well, you can throw it at this guy.
Okay. So he doesn't
And
close. And he is going to do that. Because why not? He used 1. So he's going to use his second spell slot on another Hail of Thorns. To
If he-
try
if he
to
rolls
clutch
well
the
enough, he might
moment,
kill him. Ah,
he rolls high enough. And this is flipped, right? So that's 8 damage off his axe.
Mhm.
Which decapitates this goblin in one fell swoop. Somehow. And then everybody else needs to roll for 3 on that. Unfortunately, not as explosive as I'd hope, but it is everybody. So that is... God damn it, close. How many goblins in 5 feet? 4. Okay. That's dexterity, what they're good at, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, They're going. So, 2 of them pass, 2 of them fail. Let's go top to bottom. So these 2 eat 3 damage. The rest only eat. Let's round up. Let's say they take 2. And that was a bonus, right? Okay,
Correct.
so that is his. Well, no.
It's a bonus to cast and then an action to do
Is
the
it?
attack.
Yeah, the next time you hit a creature. Okay, yeah, so it is. Gotcha. Okay, so that is all he can do. And he's just kind of awkwardly standing there in the midst of several goblins. So, Signy, what do you do?
All right. Yeah, into the fire. Ah! And
So you are enraged, you are screaming and hollering, and there's a lot of combat noise. Give me a perception check at disadvantage.
am I falling into a trap?
No, the floor beneath you doesn't move this time. But
You flanking yourself? Ah!
Yeah.
okay, so with the 12, you hear a lot of noise. You did just encase yourself in goblins, but there's a lot of voice coming from all the doors around you.
We're about to get flanked.
Alright.
Okay.
We should have
well,
just gotten the kobolds.
It's fine. Fine, I got this. I'm going to go reckless because there's no way they're not going to get advantage anyways. So
Okay.
we're swinging for the
Gotta risk it for the biscuit.
exactly.
That is a 19 for 20. Who did you just smash?
This one to the north.
Alright. Describe to me how you wipe them out.
Okay. I just look at him and I just thrust my hand forward and just squish his head on the wall.
Just like another spider on the wall, there's a crunch and he sticks there. Is that your turn?
And I look to the rest of them. I'm just like, I'm going to drench my god in your blood. Tempest will drown. No, just yeah. I'm ready for
Alright.
the next ones.
That would take us to Psycho. Unfortunately, you guys are kind of far behind again. This goes for
Yeah,
Psycho
okay.
and Greta.
I can make it if I dash, but
I think he's gonna dash too, at least just into the next room. He wouldn't be able to do anything, but it's the wisest option. Since everybody's pressing forward, I think he would enter. But actually, no, he can't, because it's about the same distance as you. Let's say that he shuffles to here, and then you can also make it in. Okay. So is that your turn as well? Kind of
But
quick
she's using
plan.
the bonus today.
Oh, right. Yeah, you get your bonus dash, so you can move there and take a shot still. Psychor
Are-
can't, though.
are these like pillars or are they just decoration on the floor?
They are stone pillars, so should I describe this room real quick now that everybody's in there?
Yes. Yes, please.
So, just at a cursory glance, not a thorough inspection by any means, you see several torches are mounted on crude sconces, burning fitfully around in this chamber, which fills the air with a haze. Not thick enough to do anything, but it is quite smoky. So there are double rows of marble columns, and they are carved with something. You're not really paying much attention to detail. They are inscripted, and those are the where the torches are mounted. So this is a very thoroughly illuminated chamber, and yes, they are stone.
Okay. So I would use my dash to get over here.
Okay.
I guess I don't have enough movement to see cover behind one of these, do I? I guess not.
No, and it would not be full cover either. They're not that wide.
I mean, any amount of cover is better than no cover.
It's better than none. Touche.
Also, I'm tiny. But anyways, I will throw a dagger. Can I throw 2? I have 2 hands.
You used your bonus action, so no.
Okay, so then I guess I will use my bow then, because I think it does better.
Okay, roll for it.
And I'll take out that one.
Okay.
Bold of you to assume you'll take it out.
A 16 for 5, and you get your sneak attack. You can call your sneak if you want to, but describe how you take him down.
Oh, yes.
9. Thoroughly dead.
Oh, yes. So, let's see. How gory can I get?
We
I want
just
to hit
smashed
it.
somebody against a wall and pushed them like a bug.
Okay, so
I
I am...
bisected somebody.
Let the little one do things. I'm just gonna shoot him right in that tiny little clavicle of the neck, and like his blood's gonna splurt out all over because that's like where the aorta and stuff is.
Signy, just as before, your shins are thoroughly coated in a sheen of blood.
I told you I would drown my god in their blood.
It's happening slowly but
Incredible.
surely.
It's
Good. Is that
Babe.
your turn?
Yeah, I don't have anything else I can do.
Okay.
It's Babe, and we really wish you would.
Samson, it's probably not going to matter, but go ahead and give me a death saving throw.
No, it matters. If he gets a nat 20, then I can still attack this round.
Oh, true. That is not a net 20, but it is a success. So a Narmigil.
All
I would
right,
assume
I'm
you
going
heal
to
your
pull
friend.
him back. Yeah, I'm going to pull him back to right here, and I'm going to drop 10 beautiful. I'm going to just, he gave me a lot of bust backs, so I'm going to give him a great shoulder rub and give him back 10 hit points.
I was really hoping you say you were going to play the bongos on his tush.
A lot of slaps on the ass. 10 to be precise. Samson, you are now conscious with 10 hit points.
Oh, thank you.
And Credit, could you use your ruler real quick? It's stuck on the screen for me.
Sorry.
Thank you.
It was stuck for me too. I had to reload.
All right, so I believe that leaves me with about 20 movement, and I'm going to come back out and don my shield.
Okay. I don't think you can close with anybody, but you enter the chamber. Is that your turn?
Yeah. I'm going to go and do what Greta was thinking about doing and duck behind a pillar for...
Okay. So I'm going to say that's some kind of cover. You get a +2 against ranged. So this goblin is dead. I'm just going to scoot him around just so that I can, see stuff again. Why can't I grab this dude? Come on, didn't it? There we go. All right. So this is what we're working with. This goblin's going to flank. This one's going to close. This one's not in melee, so he's going to stay back. Okay. So let's resolve what happens nearly instantaneously first. 2 scimitars. Go for Signy. These are at advantage. God damn it. Finishing that advantage. That's a 17 for 7. And this one right here is a 20 for 8. Ow. Okay. So, yeah. You take 11 damage. And then... short bow. I'm going to say the short bow shoots Ulrich. Ulrich has a shot. 9 misses by a mile. And that's when you start to hear doors open. From both the north and the south, and the west, I'm afraid, new goblins pop into the scene. Like I said before, you did hear this coming. Just a little too late, so these are 3 more arrows. Let's shoot the rest of the guys. So this is 1 for Narmigil. You do have a +2. 1 for Greta, and 1 for Psychor. Likewise, it's +2. So a Narmigil, yeah, that's a miss. It clangs against the pillar. Greta, it's shooting at somebody who's smaller than he is. He misses by a mile. Psychor, unfortunately, does catch an arrow to the shoulder for 5 damage. There's a yelp. It's audible. He's bleeding. He's still up. But he's bloodied. I think that is everybody who can do... Actually, no, there's still this guy. From the other door, there's another guy who pops into the scene, and he's going to close with an Armigil with a scimitar. Ballsy move. They seem to think that they have the advantage with numbers. It's a 21 for 7. As an Armagill does get slashed across the chest. Which would take us to Ulrich. So he has 1 axe right now. That kind of sucks. He did throw them. Does he have any other weapon?
He threw one of his 2 axes.
Yeah, he has 1 axe in his hand right now.
I don't know if you'll allow it, but I mean, there are hand axes on the side of my waist.
I mean, in theory, there's an axe sitting right inside the dude in front of him, isn't there? I guess you can't. Really
Not in front of him. He threw it to the one in back to catch them all. And I did kind of move them around. So I don't remember. Let's say that on this turn, he is going to go next to Signy, close with this guy. He gets a swipe, and he's going to use his bonus action to take one of Signy's, at least borrow it. So on the next turn, which assuming there is a next turn, there probably will be, there's also no reason for him to not flank. So let me re-roll that. No dice. But he has 2 axes again. So Signy.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yep. There is a lot going on.
Yeah. I think I'll go attack the one that Ulrich attacked. So get advantage without giving myself damage. Whack.
Oof. Okay. Describe this one.
It's just baseball swings at this point. Like I don't have time. I'm cutting through grass at this point.
A baseball swing, and you swipe him clear onto the wall, and he just clatters into a pitiful heap of broken. Is that your turn?
Yeah, it's
All
my
right.
turn. Kind of.
So now Psychor finally can do. He is going to target the one next to an Armagill and try to free everybody up with a psychic thrust.
He doesn't have any AoEs, does he?
Not that I know of. That is a very great question, though.
Yeah, I feel like
Right.
because he has psi points, this feels like an opportunity when he would use one if he could come up with something.
Let's see what I got. I'm playing with a whole new character right now.
I don't think any of us have anything really in the way of AoE.
I think he's single target damage. I don't think he has.
Yeah, I think he did say he didn't have AoEs, but none of us have anything in the way of AoEs, do we?
Not
It's
until Greta
a
gets
lot
her.
of single. Okay. So he could obliterate one instead, but I don't know if he would want to burn all of his psi points on a regular goblin. That's the dilemma right here.
No, he would do exactly what you said. He would not use a bunch of side points on one goblin when it didn't
he would-
look like we were going to.
Right,
Nope.
okay.
He would mind thrust and hide.
So that is what he's going to do. This one does, however, succeed. So there's no dice there. Greta, what are you doing?
I'm going to use a arrow on the one that took a swipe at Gil.
Alrighty, roll for it. Ooh, a crit, and that doubles your sneak dice as well.
Oh, but I wasn't hiding.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
but he's
matter.
5 feet away from me.
Oh, yeah.
You get
So, yeah.
advantage when it's engaged with an ally.
Aha, well, there you go. I kicked his little tush
Yep.
with a
Yeah.
bow.
Wiped off the face of the planet. It's another perfect headshot. You got him square right between the eyes. Is it your turn?
I am going to come over to this pillar for cover and hide with my bonus action.
Alrighty. Samson, what are you doing? You're
Alright.
alive.
I'm gonna poke my head in the room, like just walk in. If I can get roll 20 to work for me. Walk in, grab my junk, flip off the goblins, and say, "Hey, you shouldn't die yet." To Signe. I say, "Hey," I said, "Don't die yet."
Okay, so that's 11 for you and a 6 for Signe, correct?
And then I'm gonna walk back into the room. That is.
And then you duck back out. Okay.
That Sai would have ducked out, right? I mean,
No, I probably would have taken the cover.
I think he would stay in the room. All right. So Anarmagil.
All right. That door that last goblin came out of, is there any obvious way to bar it?
Which door?
One to the north, I think.
oh, this one, the one you're by.
Is there any way to bar it? Okay, so it opens outwards from you. So no, not unless you used like a sword or something to block the handle in the frame. That was
Would
long
my
enough to reach
fat
the outside.
ass be heavy enough to stop the goblins from opening it? Because you said it swings out, right? Not swings in.
You're on the push side of the
Yeah.
door, so it swings away from where you are standing.
So it swings in. So my fat ass won't help. Great.
But there are plenty of scimitars lying around.
There are those.
All right. Well, I guess means I won't be able to pick up my shield. Will I be able to slide in
indirect
a
action?
You know what?
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
You are
It might be
exposing yourself a lot.
Well, if I step in front of that door to kill the one in front of Signe, I'm still going to have that issue. And we still have like 3 other freaking doors here. No, I think this is worth it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to seal this door.
Okay. So you take up one of the scimitars and you jam it just above the door handle and in between the frame. You think it'll hold? I mean, they're just goblins, right?
Well, that's a hope. If we get a surprise, we get a surprise. Other than that, I keep my shield up and remain ready for what comes next.
All right. So that takes us to the goblin's turn. Let's handle what happens immediately. So I'm going to scoot this body for vision. A little further than that. So this one's going to run over to Uruk. And actually can't do that. Stops there because of Signe. So they clearly tried to flank. That is what they love to do. Instead, that's advantage against Signe, but they already had advantage. So that's kind of a kerfunkle. So these two, armed with bows. And they honestly might just take the easy shot at Signe.
Oh,
The
I
big
didn't use reckless last time.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Do you have to use it every turn?
Yeah, I had advantage because Ulrich was standing there.
Okay. I get you. Okay, so what's going to happen is it's going to be a shot at Greta and Psycho in the back then. Okay.
I'm
so
hiding.
left to right.
He probably saw me with that 11 now.
Actually, no. Their passive is not high enough. I did check that. Okay, so this is 2 shots for Psychor. They're trying to get rid of somebody.
I know he's not here, but love you, Darren.
Yeah, 2 14s. They clink right against the pillar. He is relatively safe there. These 2 guys are going to try to slash Signe up. You are flanked. And of course it crits. You do take 9 damage as it finds purchase. Half, so 4. 1 for Ulrich.
Come back, by the way.
Welcome back. That is a 15. It almost goes through your armor, but it's a scimitar. It's not made for piercing armor, so you are good. And now that this is the rollover, the turn order, you see more heads pop out of the doors. So one from the south, one from the west, and an Armagil, you hear somebody try your door. But there's nobody who can come out, unfortunately. It's just a little goblin, and he can't really do much other than try to slam it. But that's never happening. No.
An Armageddon says, I am so smart. I am so smart. S-M.
Somebody face plants against the door. This guy gets shoved aside. You do see somebody come in from the next one, though. Okay, so that's 3 more new faces, 3 more new shots. So let's say Ulrich, Signy, and Armagil, the first 3 in the melee. Regular old shots. So Ulrich, that 11 misses. Signy, that 13 misses. An Armagil, that's an 18. You're using your sword, right?
Nope.
So
Picked up my shield. I specifically did that.
you specifically did that. I thought I heard that. Okay, so 3 misses. Everybody is safe. Ulrich,
Yay!
Ah,
Safe. All right.
safe.
and there was much rejoicing.
Much rejoicing.
Do I have Hunter's Mark up?
You do not. You used a couple Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
And by a couple, I mean one more that you didn't see.
Right. Okay, I'm just going to attack this guy,
Okay.
and then I'm going to attack that guy.
All right. 2
Oh,
rolls.
how'd you get roll 20 back up?
What?
I believe
How'd you get
the
roll 20
man's
back up?
home.
I'm at home.
Oh,
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang, indeed. Okay, so the one to your left takes it like a champion. He yelps. He's barely standing. The one that is right in front of you, however, goes down in a heap.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I got advantage on the guy up north of me, but it just doesn't matter. Well, I might as well try it again. Just because Signy's right there.
yeah, you might get higher than 6. Oh, he's
Right.
already dead.
He's already dead.
Oh, okay.
You did, Jim.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, I think that's all I can do.
I think you
Alrighty.
missed the discussion that these circles are pillars, so you just FYI.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, they'll give you partial cover. I believe.
Ranged attacks, if you hide behind them, yes. Or just
Yeah,
position
but
yourself.
that'll just put me at it. That'll give me an attack of opportunity against me.
Yeah, for now, yes.
Yeah, it
So
it
that
was
would
more
take
just
us to Signy.
I didn't want you to miss it.
Right. Yes. Thank you.
5 down. And I'm going for the one in between and Armagil.
Okay.
Schwung. That's just
Oof. So, just like before, they're just a little too small for you, and you are way too tall to be doing this. It misses. Is that your turn?
sure. Yep.
All right.
Signy, when you swing like that, they stare up your skirt.
I'm not wearing a skirt.
And then they run away.
Pretty sure Signy wouldn't wear a skirt.
No,
It's a kilt.
not even that.
Psycho is going to target. Let's see here. Who is a juicy target? How about the one? Yeah, the one Signy swung for. Why not? That is a DC 15, but what is the damage? 4. That's decent. Intelligence is 12. Fails. 4 damage. Signy, it must have died of fright. Just as you swing a little bit too high, it goes down anyways.
I am terrifying and imposing. It makes
Very imposing. So, Greta, what are you doing?
Is there okay? So nothing near Gil can hit him. Has anything? Okay, so I guess then I will peek out this way and shoot at that one with my bow.
Okay.
Forget your sneak attack.
Give me a roll with advantage.
Nice.
You don't need the advantage roll on that anymore.
Might get critical hit.
23 for 6. I mean, you might crit, but he was already struck. He goes down in a heap. Is that your turn?
Okay. Well, I also well, no, I'm gonna take partial cover and hide again.
Right, okay. Go ahead and roll that. Anything above a 10 will do. Wow, just as I say that. I jinxed you. I am so sorry.
I spent my
falls into
good
a pile.
roll on the re-rolls that I didn't have to do.
Oh, no. Okay.
She falls into a pile of pots and pans.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's a very grubby chamber. Something is stuck to your foot and you don't want to know what it is. Samson,
you tried to
what do you
avoid
do?
stepping on Sir Squeakers.
Yeah. You just caught him with one testicle.
Alright, I'm gonna poke my head in the hole, and I'm gonna look at this one right here, and I'm gonna just say, you tried to kill me, but you can't, because you suck.
Got him.
Now, they might all look the same, but that's a little racist. And he's very offended by it.
He should probably
And then I'm
run
gonna
away
move back
to
into the
safe
room,
space.
and that's my...
Samson, that was clearly Goopfish. When Mythfish was the one who insulted you.
Narmagil, what do you do?
Alright, so there are 2 more doors. Or are there 3 more doors?
There are 3 doors.
Alright.
There's one
Am I just
right, and then west and south.
So unfortunately, they
They're all blocked.
they are blocked. But
Yep.
what I can do is this. Oh, that would be dumb. Shit.
You don't want to do the dumb thing? I wanted to see the dumb thing.
What I wanted to do was make sure that the goblin in front of me was pinned against the door so that his friends couldn't come out because his butt was stuck against the door.
But, it
But
swings
I
the
can't
other
do
way.
that without getting away with 3 goblins.
And that too.
But the goblin behind me would be swinging at normal because he's at disadvantage. Sharks.
Or he might move, and the other guy would get advantage. You don't know.
God damn.
I'm just upset that Darren has been gone this whole session. We've got like 12 minutes left. Damn.
Alright, so I'm gonna move right here. And I'm gonna swing at this goblin.
There is a pillar separating you.
I was hoping to swing around it and then hug it.
I'm not sure. Go ahead and roll for it anyways. At advantage? Question mark.
No.
Your original roll was an 11, which was that very same 17. You do clip him nonetheless. Describe how you take him out.
Alright, so this one I just kind of shyly go around the pillar and just stab him with the great sword. Then I pull my shield back.
You shyly tiptoe around the pillar and stab him. Okay.
Alright, I am going to use my rest of my movement to get right here and politely ask the goblin to stay right where he...
Okay. That does take us to the next turn order. So, this chamber is thoroughly a hall of horrors. Everybody that is in here, even if they're standing up or lying down, the floor is caked with blood by now. This has been a gruesome meat grinder of a battle. There have been
Genocide.
So, they do kind of keep coming. There's a lot of them. And we are... got 10 minutes left. Okay. Okay, yes. So one more time. An Armagil. This one scoots around you. I gotta move this body. There are so many bodies now. Everybody's getting kicked around. The bodies are probably getting tucked into corners just off the fray. A new one does pop out. This guy has to move. What happens? What happens? Okay, so this guy is going to run over here. Come on, roll 20. Don't be a dick. Why? Okay. That's a dead body. Signy, this guy jumps in behind you. Doesn't really do anything, but another one pops into the scene from the south.
Back to back.
You're fighting back to back. Something like that. This one's going to throw itself at Ulrich. Probably not going to be too successful.
Is that guy viciously mocked?
Yep,
He is.
he's viciously mocked.
Oh, that's not the same as the laughter, is it?
No.
So he gets disadvantage.
Yeah, but he is panicky. Okay. And from the west, now coming into the scene, is another one. Okay. So let's see. Left to right, we have 3 archers to resolve. So this is going to be a shot for Anarmagil, Signy, Ulrich. They really want these murder machines out. So Anarmagil, that's a miss. Signy, that is 4 damage, 2 for you. And Ulrich, you hear something shatter against the pillar, and you are fine. Very lucky. So, 2 slashes for Anarmagil. Regular. They cannot get an angle. They're really trying, and they're fumbling. They're desperate and screaming out loud. This is like a panic at this point. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Unfortunately, Signy, this one does find purchase and swipes you. For a crit, only 5 damage, so you take 3. Ulrich, this guy's going to take a swipe. He has disadvantage. Ah, okay. The sword slips out of his fingers, and he now has no weapons. And he looks very scared.
Hey, does Monomon drop his weapons too?
Sure. This guy has no scimitar. He's not dead. He has no scimitar.
He dies. You seen it.
Alright, Ulrich, it is your turn. What do you do?
Going to attack this guy diagonal to me.
Yep.
I'm actually going to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay. Gonna finally have that going. Good.
Yep. Bang. 23 for 7.
23 for 7. Yeah, there's a yelp, and he goes down.
Okay, and then I'm gonna huck an axe.
You used your bonus action.
Yeah, but I've got 2 attacks for dueling or 2 weapon fighting.
No.
It still takes your bonus action.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Until you have extra attack just from your class, just like a fighter.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna stand there like a good boy and take 1 attack like all the rest of us do.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go back here and
hide behind the pillar.
Yes.
Good idea.
Oh wait, I used a bonus action with the spell, right? Okay.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Signy, what do you do?
Well, I got a guy in front of me over here, so let's go for him.
Yes, you do. Give it a roll. You have missed 2 times in a row, I believe. 3 times in a row. I gotta stop jinxing people. It ducks again just in time. These guys are very elusive. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Alright, Psychor is going to give it a shot. He's going to target the one that is attacking you. So that is a mind thrust for 8 damage if it fails.
Fail. Do it.
Fail. It does fail. Okay. So once again, you take this swipe and it clips just above, dusting its hair, and it goes down anyways. And that takes us to Greta.
Okay, what is the little what's his thing
He
again?
has no scimitar.
So he's disarmed.
He is disarmed.
And this one is armed.
Hold on, I just opened something. Everybody else is armed.
Okay, I'm going to attack the one that could hit Gil
Okay.
with his sword. And that, I guess I'll just keep on. This has been working for me. I'm just going to keep on doing this.
14. You were hidden again. A 10. Sees it coming, checks it off the shield. Is that your turn? Bonus hide, I'm assuming.
If I were here, would that mean this one is flanked?
No.
Okay, well then yes, bonus hide.
Okay. Samson. You're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna move into the room and throw a dagger at the one Greta just shot at.
Okay, go for it. For a second there, I thought he crit because somebody started typing. A 21 for 7. Very lucky shot with the throwing knife. Describe how you kill him.
Just chuck it at his head.
And it sticks right in the ear hole, and he goes down in silence. Takes us to a Narmagil.
See, I told you your blade would become useful soon.
I didn't know my songs were that deadly to the ear.
We didn't want to say anything.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
Give me a description of this one.
It's like, you didn't clap. And I'm just going to go ahead and chop him enough to hopefully stick him and bar him against the door. I know it won't work, but I'm just going to kick him through the door.
Okay. So you give it a shot at splitting him in two. There's not much left to bar the door, and the wound is cauterized. Not that it matters. But you do have one less goblin.
All right. So
Do you move?
I do move. I am going to move into this corner.
Okay. And that takes us to the start of a new order. And we only have 2 minutes of the session left. So, we just...
Well, does anybody have enough time to finish off these goblins? I guess that's
I think I can stick around.
Were it if it were so. You will see what I mean in a second.
As 13 more goblins come through the door.
Yeah.
They
We
don't
could
have
have turned. We could have turned around and been killing kobolds.
It would have been just like this.
Yeah, I'd probably just.
Okay. So these three, with their same nimbleness, are going to disengage and duck out of that murder chamber. And this door is open. Anarmagil, you are close enough. This door is wide open. Samson has a clear line of sight. I'm just going to go ahead and reveal the next room where they jump into. So, clambering through this door and onto the scene are 3 goblins standing before some much larger figures and more small ones.
Holy shit.
You see what's been cracking the whip now, as 4 hobgoblins, 3 surrounding their war chief, at least presumably, who would be, seems to be taking quite the stance of authority on the matter, and he does not look pleased at all.
I I mean, we've already killed 21 of them.
You have. And he looks furious. So the guy in the center, and let me go ahead and give you a quick description of what this guy looks like real quick. He's wearing splint mail armor that's a little shinier than it should be. It doesn't look like it belongs to this species. Probably took it off somebody. And it has the mark of a familiar family crest of the Hukrels, emblazoned right in the center of the chest plate. Now bear in mind this is a big guy. They do rule by strength. He is arguably just as big, if not bigger, than Signy, and he's a beast. In his right hand is a whip, in his left hand is a longsword, which he raises to greet the party with a very somber expression. Now, the three goblins that are stumbled in, these three right here, immediately fall to their knees, bleeding and goblin. Nothing very sensible, probably just PTSD horrors of what's happened in the chamber that you're still in. And that is where we will end this session. So,
Cool.
So we're still basically screwed.
Yeah, this is gonna be a rough.
it's gonna be something next session. It's gonna be something. At least we'll have Darren back.
And
Great side, Davis.
and North and South still wasn't exactly clear.
Nope.
Well, not that you got a chance to look, but I think the biggest worry is what's to the west.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's not like North and South are even clear. There's probably still some goblins in there.
Let's just pick up scimitars and block doors.
Well, this door is open, and you probably would have gotten a peek. So you can see about that much. And this one was kind of opened as well. You could see about that much. I mean, you did kill a lot of them.
Oh, we still got a lot to kill. There's so many.
More than half. There's 14 dudes left, and we killed 21.
Yeah, but at least a couple of those dudes back there are tougher than the ones we have fought. Oh boy. So we're going to have to figure out.
Even if we count the big dudes as double, we're still more than halfway through.
Samson, how many spells do you have left now?
One.
Is it a first level? I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yeah. Oof.
Alright, I mean, we're not going to be able to get a rest. We probably are going to have to fall back and split their numbers, and they're not likely to. Who knows? Maybe they will follow because so many of them are dead.
We'll figure out next week, kids.
Yep. Well, good session. Thank you guys for showing up. It was a blast. There is one thing I want to bring up. Is next week is the day before Christmas. So is everybody good to play, or is it going to be busy?
I can be here, but it's whatever y'all need.
I'll be at work, so yeah, I'm good.
Signy, Samson, you think it's fine? Okay.
Okay, I'm going to turn off the recording. Thank you.
All right.
Ben.
Yep.
I don't think that it would be good for me, but I will look into it.
All right. Well, there is all week to figure it out. I will try to catch up on the dream sequences. I know those were delayed. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
There should be something interesting now. I have a couple of sessions to catch up on now. So it should be good.
So there's no way we could all evolve to level 4 like weird Pokemon, is there?
No. Not unless the gods saw to it to do it again. They've already
Yeah,
done
that's
that for you once before.
Oh, did they? I
Yes,
didn't
they
know.
did.
Yeah,
That
we
was
moved that control.
Yep, all the way back at the
Oh,
troll.
right, yeah.
Yep. Apparently, the gods were very worried about that one too.
And this is how a party dies.
To be fair, it's not like there was really a smarter way we could have done.
Um,
No, I wasn't here for a lot of the time.
Wait, hold up, because it was your decision to run in here, Mike.
Oh, I know. I
We just
okay.
assumed
I
you
don't
would
know.
continue to do that.
oh yeah, for sure.
So
I kept asking the party, "Do you want to go into the next room? How about this
And-
next one?"
we're like,
The
well,
next
no,
game-
Uruk would go.
The
And
next
here we
game-
are.
Uric is running into the room to take on the biggest hobgoblin.
Ugh.
God.
So
Is that really gonna happen? I get okay.
absolutely,
I
I'm
mean,
already.
they
are.
I mean, yeah, I'm
already
like, to be
rolling-
fair, I'm gonna be right there behind him.
I'm already rolling a wizard, so.
You've already accepted it. God damn you!
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
dying.
I've been thinking about what else because I like Uric, but he's pretty one-dimensional, and I really find that cumbersome.
Oh,
So I'd
so
like
here's
to-
your ulterior motive. You want a new character.
Oh yeah, and this works out well because this is kind of the thing, a thing that he would do. So
Racial hatred, yeah.
yeah,
There's
you
a
know,
lot of
but
lore behind
You're
that.
also taking the rest of us with you on your suicide run.
Whatever, I'm gonna hide and you guys are screwed.
Yeah. Well, you guys have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exits just in this room.
I
You
mean,
can
there's a
scatter
lot of
pretty
places to
easily.
run. You don't know where they go, and there is kobolds behind you.
Well, fact is, if he does die, in truth, this party needs some AoE and some crowd control.
Yeah.
Because we have no.
If you
Yeah.
really do want a new character, depending on what happens next session,
hmm
I would say I can give you a sheet now,
Okay.
and you can prepare. Like, if you actually want this to happen narratively, I can do that.
Yeah. Or actually, narratively, it would be better if he died helping everyone escape, like holding
Yeah.
the pass sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Aside from that, he'll just run right into the fucking sword of a hobgoblin if he has to. I mean,
Okay.
I'll probably throw all my axes first. I'll be smart.
You
about
have
it, but-
one left, actually two. You got one
Oh.
from Signy.
Oh, okay.
This combat went on for a long time.
Okay.
The entire session.
Yep, this was the full damn session. But, yep, so if that's going to happen, regardless, I'll give you another sheet. I'll prepare it. You will be
Yeah.
the same level as everyone else. And,
Okay.
yeah, that'll be a thing.
Very good. All right. That sounds good. I'll get to work on it right now. Does it really matter, what I am and all that shit? Like,
Yes.
Do you want me
yes,
to let you know?
I do. I do want to
Okay.
know what it is. Like, what race are you? What religion you're going to have? What god? I mean, this really matters because of the dream sequence. Good lord, words. Getting
Right.
tired.
Okay.
So, if Urik's going to die, I might just not do yours and wait for the next tune.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay. So, yeah. I mean, we can figure that out during the week. I will
Yep.
keep everybody. Have a good night, guys. Thank you for showing up
Okay.
again. Good
All right,
game.
man. Thanks for running.
Thank you. Yeah,
Good
thank you
game.
for making the time amongst all the exams, etc.
Oh yeah, no, it's over now. Okay. I only have to worry about the holiday.
The good
Have a nice
news
day.
is, when we do kill these goblins, kobolds are not as strong as.
That's right.
I mean, they're about the same strength. It depends narratively. I mean, okay, and this is getting into another tangent. Good God. So, small disclaimer: anybody that has a time crunch and wants to go and not listen to my rambling ass, I won't keep you. But I will talk about what has happened before. So, I've pointed this out about the two different factions. The kobolds were fully equipped. They had, I believe, short swords, an array of daggers, shields, and studded leather armor. They were by no means skimped in rags or just tribal garms. They were actually equipped. Now,
I mean, and there were all those rooms full of dead goblins.
yes, it looked
That's
like
true.
they had been clearing them out. And like I revealed to Signy, it looked like the goblins were in here for a minute and then had to evacuate. So that would probably be why. I'm just stating the obvious. I'm not going to reveal any spoilers. But, yeah. So the goblins, in contrast, it looks like they're sporting more of, I guess you'd say, mercenary. They're very uniform, even for kobolds. So this is all kind of strange. The kobolds weren't coming from outside. That was known. They were coming from further in. That was revealed by Talvasir. So they'd been spilling out and they'd been armed in advance, probably due to the cult of the dragon. And the goblins, you don't really know the story of or why they are armed so. But as far as it goes, racially, they're about the same strength. Equipment-wise, they're probably all decked out about the same. Decent armor all around. And I just wanted to make that blatantly clear to everybody that usually that is not the case. So if you don't know much about goblins, yeah, usually it's very tribal, not very geared.
Cool. All right. Well, that was interesting.
All right then.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need level 4 just so I can pick up Great Weapon Master and start swinging more than one.
Well,
Another venturing party gone missing in the Citadel.
to be discovered next session.
All right.
But,
All right, we'll
yeah,
figure something out.
Later.
Bye.
All right, see you guys.